this rather ugly looking house in Lilliput in Poole. I think it's got great potential to extend at the front, and what I've done is created a really nice open plan space that looks out onto the garden without extending to the rear because there are large trees. And you can see the layout of the house here, and I've moved this entrance and created this large open plan space with an open stair and views through to the garden. So keep watching to find out how I did it. This probably 1970s house, there's a number of them in the street and they've all been modified slightly, but they've all got this sort of symmetrical roof with a garage at one end, living at the other, and a front porch. The floor plan's a little bit odd, as I said in the intro, where they're sort of quite thin. There's a thin house and there's this sort of thin dining room, a kitchen wedged in here, there's a little loo in here, over here, sorry, and a cupboard here, so it's all a bit cramped. And doesn't really, because the house is wide, it looks big, much bigger than it is, and internally it's okay. But at the back there's a really nice garden with trees, it's east facing, but you've got these sort of funny doors to different, probably a kitchen, a utility room, or the dining room, I think utility room. So I'm trying to open up that back part of the house. It has been all modernised, so I guess as an example of one that you'd want to rip out, perhaps not the best, but in principle, and there is a number of these in the area, you could do something along the lines that I'll show you in the design video. One thing would be to move the stair out to the out into the new extension at the front. You've got these sort of eave spaces on the sides. Upstairs actually wouldn't really need to change the works. I'm sort of thinking just at the front, so basically a front extension, and clearing out the internal walls on the ground floor. So I think extending at the front, realistically coming out of about 2.5 meters would be sort of sensible, and making an extension that's about 6.5 meters. So in that way, we'll put a little window in there, because I think we'll put a loo on that side. We'll come out here. Let's just use that line as a line to extend. So we'll sort of try and make it's a sort of symmetrical looking house because of the way the roof forms are. So we'll keep the entrance and everything in that sort of vein. I think here would make a good separate living room. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just create that as a nice, generous living space here. The stair is currently in this location here. I think we'd move it out into the extension. So you come up the stair, there'll be a quarter landing, then you walk through onto the landing. Where the stair is, you just leave it as a hole, so you get a double height space, which would be in this area here, which I'll explain in a minute. So in this area, this bit here, we'll put a toilet in there and a shower. So we'll have a shower at that end, toilet there. Give a window to that room with a sink there. So off the hallway, there's a nice generous shower room. In this area here, we're going to put a utility room. We could make sort of 1.5, 1.6. So put a utility room in here, and this living room would have a door, but we want that off the hallway. So we're going to put the glass screen through here, which sort of lines up with that utility room wall roughly. Put a window on the front of the house where the garage door currently is. Keep that window through here, and that means we're going to have a kitchen all the way across there with a sink just there, and a big island sort of here. And the stair is going to go in the middle, so it'll be a nice open stair that will go up that way, so it'll be better walk under it at that end. Then we have a door into the living room there, and we have a door into the utility there. You could not have doors. In fact, these could be sort of sliders within the glass screen that sort of slide across. And then across the back here, just do some big doors get access to the garden. This bit of the garden over here is lower, so actually getting access across there might be more difficult. So that could be doors or a big window at the front, a bit like it's currently there. Then the front here, I think some sort of entrance doors, maybe in the middle. You have a door and a obscure window, and this could be a mixture of glazing and windows. And you want some privacy, I think. So when I see houses where the whole of the front of the entrance is all clear glass, I just think when you come down the stairs in the morning or in the middle of the night and the lights are on, everyone can see you coming down in a dressing gown or whatever. It feels a bit exposed. So I wouldn't have all that as glass, or clear glass at least. But you want light coming in there, and you want it to feel open when you open the door. But from the road, you want a little bit of privacy, I think. That's going to get evening sun into the living room. So this room has nice big sofas. You could then have a dining table here. And then you've got utility room here. Upstairs, I'd just leave pretty much as it is. You could extend a bedroom over here and find a route through, because there's a potential for a garage in this area. The sort of boundaries of the property are here somewhere, and then you have a terrace out the back here. So just with actually quite a small, I mean it's 2.5 meters by 6, quite a small front extension. Doesn't all have to be 2-story. It just has to be a double height in this area. You suddenly unlock the whole house. Don't need to extend at the back. There's plenty of space there to do. It's great, a really good layout.